YTBC, what's the deal? So another small guy fight that I'm interested in, man, is this Hank Lundy versus my man Terence Crawford. Um, in this fight, man, you can pretty much, it's not about really resumes or who they fought. I mean, it is when you go back and look at the fights and you're breaking down fights, but this fight I think is going to play out in a unique way because Hank Lundy, man, is a very confident guy. Never lost for words. He is confident as it get, man. You know what I mean? And when he goes to guys' training camps, like he was in the Sean Porter training camp, he goes there to get himself ready. He isn't no sparring partner. He doesn't have that mentality. He has the mentality like he's the 5-division world champion or something. I like Hank Lundy, but I think some of that bravado, some of the things that he likes to do that make him a good fighter, I think will get him in trouble with this young boy, Terence Crawford. And I say that because, Lundy kind of does some of the same, or he has some of these same abilities that Terence Crawford had as far as fighting lefty, fighting righty, orthodox and southpaw. He'll do it in a, flick of a dime in the middle of a fight. But sometimes he can get himself in trouble. I've seen him get, switched from lefty to righty. I think he's going to be susceptible to an uppercut, and I think he's going to juck and jive a little bit with Crawford. These guys have some animosity going into the ring, so there's going to be some little, in that first round, they're going to be filling each other out, but I think it's going to be some hard shots thrown. I think both guys are going to try to show how crafty they are. I think Lundy's going to come to show, hey, man, I can switch from righty to lefty just as well or even better than you. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be some of that machismo going on. And I think in the middle of that, or maybe a little bit after that, I think Crawford is going to catch Lundy. You know what I mean? I think Lundy may fight a little bit out of his character just to show that he's in control of the situation. I think Terence Crawford is a harder puncher. I think he is a better boxer. But I think Hank Lundy has as much fight in him as Crawford has, so he will go out on his shield and he will fight back. Hank Lundy isn't coming to take a dive or to do anything like that. You know what I mean? I will think he will come to fight. He will throw his hands. He does. Lundy has a tendency sometimes when he walks forward, he gets kind of off balance. He can overcommit on certain punches. He's better when he's kind of fighting in the pocket, making you miss, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But Terence Crawford has shown that he's all around. He's a well-rounded fighter. If he's walking you down and he's placing his shots the way I've seen him, might be a short night for Hank Lundy. But if Hank Lundy tries to walk him down recklessly and carelessly, with his hands down, trying to just, throw shots and overcommit, I think Crawford has the ability to counter him and counter him with hard shots. Now, Crawford has shown that he can be hit. He isn't this flawless defensive fighter. He can be hit. But right now, I think his chin is tested to the point where he's going to be able to take what Lundy has. And the question is, will Lundy be able to take what he has? Haven't seen Crawford really hurt. I did see Gamboa give him problems with his speed. You know what I'm saying? So there are some things Lundy can do in this fight, but I don't think he does anything great. Now, according to him, he would disagree with me, but I don't think he does anything great that will affect Crawford unless they fight, a in the pocket type of fight, and he just gets the best of Crawford like that. But as far as boxing from range, yes, Lundy can move his head. He does have some ability, but I think Crawford's just a better fighter at everything all around the board. I just think the better fighter is going to win this fight. The question is, will it end by knockout or will it go to decision? I think it's going to end by knockout. I think Crawford is going to catch Lundy with something he doesn't see. I'm banking on an uppercut. I think it may be an uppercut from the orthodox stance. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be an uppercut orthodox stance that gets Lundy out of there. But I want to see Crawford try to control some of these rounds with his jab. It'll be interesting to see how Lundy deals with the jab. Will he try to just, just try to duck and weave all these jabs and try to fight from the outside, or will he try to work his way inside, getting under the jab and getting inside and trying to get his work off like that? But I see an uppercut ending this fight. Just my opinion on this. Terence Crawford, Hank Lundy. YTBC. I'm out.